The girl softly said, "Team leader, here's your coffee." Without even looking at her, the man replied, "Put it there and go back to work." Her hands trembled, but she still whispered, "Team leader, this coffee costs $3. The man suddenly snapped, "$3? Are you serious right now? How dare you even ask me for that?" Just then, the company boss happened to walk by and noticed everything that was going on. The man quickly waved the girl away and said, "Just go back to work." But the girl gathered her courage and said, "Team leader, I've already paid over $200 this month buying things for you." The man replied angrily, "Are you done talking yet? You keep complaining about a little money. Can't you be more generous?" The girl said, "I just started working here. I haven't even been paid yet." The man sighed impatiently and said, "Please, just go back to work." At that moment, the boss walked in and the man instantly changed his attitude. The boss asked calmly, "What's going on here?" The man quickly lied with a fake smile. "Oh, boss, she's new and doesn't understand the rules yet. I was just teaching her." The girl was about to explain, but the boss raised her hand and said firmly, "I saw everything clearly. You know she's new. Her internship pay is very low, and yet she spends hundreds every month buying things for you. Isn't that clearly bullying?" Then she continued, "And let me guess, you're not only doing this to her, right?" The man laughed nervously and said, "Boss, it's just a few drinks. Is it really that serious? I'm the top salesperson. They can learn a lot from me." The boss looked straight at him and said, "Top salesperson? Do you think success comes from one person alone? Isn't it because of the company's support, the platform, and the teamwork? What exactly are your juniors learning from you? How to abuse power and bully others?" The man realized he was trapped and quickly softened his voice. "Boss, we've worked together for so long, haven't we? Is my reputation really worth a few coffees?" The boss repeated coldly, "A few coffees?" Then she turned to the room and asked, "How much money does your team leader owe all of you?" One person slowly said, $500. Another said, $1,000. The man shouted angrily, "Hey, think before you talk." Then he turned to the boss and said, "Boss, they're lying." But the boss only smiled and said, "You've been using your power to take advantage of everyone and still dare to justify it. Today, you will apologize." The girl, shaking with fear, said softly, "Boss, we don't need him to apologize. We just want our money back." The man said proudly, "Fine, I'll pay back what I owe, but I'm not apologizing to anyone." But the boss replied firmly, "Not only will you pay back every dollar, but you will also apologize to each person for bullying them." The man looked stunned and said in disbelief, "Bullying?" Then he pointed around the room and said, "Who saw it? You, or you?" No one dared to speak. He then turned to the girl and said, "The boss says I bullied you, did I?" The girl stayed silent, her head lowered. The man smirked and said, "See, boss, no one can prove it, so I won't apologize." But after holding in their pain for so long, they finally gathered the courage to speak up and said they could prove it. The boss nodded and said, "Did you hear that? Everyone saw it. You must apologize." But the man shouted stubbornly, "I won't apologize. And don't forget, most of the company's big clients are under me." The boss smiled calmly and said, "If one person could destroy this company, that would be our failure. We don't accept threats here." Then she said firmly, "If you don't apologize today, pack your things and leave right now, and every dollar you owe must be paid back." The man's face turned pale as he rushed forward. Boss, I was wrong. I was just joking. I'll apologize right now." But it was already too late. She fired him on the spot. If you believe this boss did the right thing, give her a light.